Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for the 8th of the 8th, which is Lionsgate. And yes, I have been off this week. I had a bit of a cold and it's kind of just impossible to do the readings with a cold. So I'm feeling a lot better actually. And let's have a look at what's coming in for this energy of Lionsgate, because it is a portal that opens that is a really powerful manifestation portal. And actually I've changed my little otter intention bracelets to the manifestation bracelets. And I do have a tarot course launching in a couple of weeks in August. So I'm kind of going to sit with them and see how they go. Anyway, let's have a look at the messages for the 8th of the 8th. So it seems like in the middle we have the 8 of Swords, which is something inside our mind. It's surrounded, needs to break free. It's surrounded by the 2 cards that represent fear or fears, the devil or being really stuck. The 8 of Swords is feeling really stuck. The 9 of Swords is like phantoms and fears. And so what are these phantoms and fears inside our minds that are wanting to like be broken free, to be transformed in some way? Because we have the beautiful Hermit, who is the wisdom, the wise energy, the wise sage energy that is looking at what is going on inside my mind. It's that energy. What's going on inside this mind? What is this thing that wants to break free and transform? What is the power of the mind to get you really, really stuck, to hold on to some fears, to be in this underworld space? We have Pluto making the planet of the underworld, or this darkness here, and the 8 of Swords is a very Aquarius type energy. Pluto in Aquarius making an opposition to Mercury, our minds, in Leo. So it's like a Mercury standing off against the underworld. Our minds are taking a very strong look at the underworld, and that's what we're seeing here. And it's great that we've got the Hermit here, because this is the wisdom that we're gaining from understanding what is going on with our minds here. What is the untapped potentials? Where has fear held you back? What is the thing that needs to break free? And I love how we have the beautiful Knight of Cups here, which is about going on a quest to follow a feeling. It's the very devoted energy of following your intuition, following a dream, a romantic night, the Knight of Cups. And maybe, there's a lot of stuff coming up around love and romance and relationships here with the Knight of Cups. What have been the things that have been restricting you or holding you back, or fears? Like the 9 of Swords is saying there's things whirling around your head, but they can be phantoms, they can be fears, they can be unreal fears, things that you don't need to fear. So this is very much a journey of the Knight of Cups is about following your intuition and following your heart. And then suddenly it gets launched with all these swords. Suddenly your mind kind of clicks into gear and says, no, you can't follow that feeling. You can't follow your heart, and starts telling you all the reasons why you can't with the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. You can't do that. Don't be silly. It's not going to work out. You're going to get hurt. And then you get really stuck with the devil and you're like, I can't find the freedom here. I can't break myself free. And so the 4 of Pentacles is, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? What are the foundations that you're building here in the material, very tangible foundations around you, the material realm? Maybe it's around your resources. Maybe it's around your wealth. Maybe it's around success. Maybe it's some kind of very solid foundation with a relationship with the 4 of Pentacles, but it's holding on. So it's this sense of becoming really, really aware of what you're holding on to, what inside your mind is keeping you stuck and bound. What are those thoughts or belief systems that are doing that? Because the wisdom of the Hermit will process that. So there's a lot of inner processing, perhaps a lot of deep questioning. For some of you, there can be overwhelm, mental overwhelm, like I've got a lot to do today, a lot of things to get done. But ultimately it's saying that there's something here that you can learn. There's a bigger picture here with the Hermit. The Hermit is saying, I'm taking a shift of perspective, and I'm not going into that dark place of the 9 of Swords and the devil, or the restrictive place of the 8 of Swords, where there's hardly any water and I'm suddenly not trusting my intuition, or I can't feel it anymore. The Hermit's saying, I'm going to look at it from a whole different angle. I'm going to come to the very top of this mountain and overcome this challenge. And this shift of perspective is the guidance that I've been seeking for, and receiving the guidance from seeing something in a whole new light, in a very different perspective, and knowing the wisdom of when you have to get out of that stuck place and when you have to take a step back and look at it from a different angle. And so there is this real sense that of redefining some kind of very tangible foundation that you're building in your life, and understanding what is going on for you, because the Knight of Cups is on a mission. It's following its heart, it's following its intuition, and then it's coming up with these huge blocks. And so the Hermit is very deeply analytical, trying to work out what's going on at this moment in time. And ultimately, these amazing insights, these revelations, these shifts of perspective can bring this transformation of your mind here and set you free. And it is a lot to do with looking at those fears or those blocks around what's going on inside your mind. So very, very potent energy. The other thing with the Lionsgate is that we are in the slipstream of the full moon in Aquarius, which is happening on the 9th. And so we're seeing this is a lot to do with some of the astrology that's happening as well. I can see it in this reading. But yes, the Lionsgate energy is, got a bit of fluff flying around, is about setting an intention for manifestation. And this in itself could be the parts of us that go, oh, that never works for me, or I don't believe in manifestation, or whatever it is. But there's something here we're not seeing that we need to see, that perhaps we could set an intention for manifestation, or we could receive some kind of higher guidance in this period coming up. So that is the reading for the 8th of the 8th. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad to be back and feeling so much better now. Very excited about the full moon tomorrow in Aquarius. And please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, all of those beautiful things. I appreciate them all so much, and take care.